lap session is rolling here at Cedar County with the Mars Championship Late Model Series. So, hot lap session number 1 comes to a slow 13.748. Official, one of the official fastest times. That'll be Jeff Herzog. Herzog in that 11H machine. Justin Kai in 15K. 43 Derek Stewart. Luke Pesca in 99. Rich Bell, Dallin Helm, Tim Simpson, and Glenn Powell. Some of the cars out there for hot lap session number 1. Tanner English out of Benton, Kentucky in 96. Behind of him, all the way from Lincoln to North Carolina, car number 93. That'll be Carson Ferguson. Carson Ferguson at 93. Darren Klein, the Hooker Harness sponsor car, number 10. Fouled out by the 25. I believe that is Chad Simpson. A couple of 25s here tonight. Got Alan Weiser also here tonight. Rolling on to the Speedway, Lebanon, Missouri. One of our Rookie of the Year contenders. How about it for Brennan Willard? Another Rookie of the Year contender behind of him. That'll be Steve Stoltz. Steve Stoltz, a former AMA motocross racer. Steve Stoltz in 78S. Daniel Adam. Daniel Adam in 75, running for World of Outlaw Rookie of the Year. The Marine Madman, Mark Voigt, in car number 30. 11 of Trevor Gundaker. We got Trevor and Gordy here this weekend. So good to have the Gundaker brothers here. This will be hot lap session number 2 at Cedar County. 43 Mars Championship Late Model Series contenders. So that'll do it for hot lap session number 2. One of the fastest cars, Chad Simpson. Chad, a 5-time MLRA champion. Glad to have him along. Carson Ferguson goes second quick. The Lincolnton, North Carolina driver, but the fastest car now in hot laps, number 10. How about it for Darren Klein, the Fairview Heights, Illinois driver? In car number 10 is the fastest. Austin Housen, 17A. Fouled out, 25, Alan Weiser, another one of those awesome 25 drivers. Alan Weiser, former driver of the year at the Fairbury Speedway. How about 32, Bobby Pierce? There is your point leader, World 100 winner. World of Outlaw point leader. How about it for the smooth operator, Iowa, Bobby Pierce? Fresh off his win at the Illini 100 in car number B5. How about it for Brandon Shepard? Brandon Shepard in B5. And it's the high side hustler, 2-time defending champion, Jason Fager. Tony Jackson Jr. out of Lebanon, Missouri. Behind of him, car number 56, another MLRA champion. Jeff Herzog rolls out in car, Trevor Gundaker in car number 11. Jake Little out there as well. One other driver in 15C, that is Kurt Schroeder. Kurt Schroeder in 15C. Kurt's got feature wins at Stewart, Webster City, Des Moines. Also has been in the top 10 of points in the SLMR series. Hot lap session number 3 is rolling. here in Cedar County. Couple of cars moving into the top 10. Bobby Pierce now 8th. Jason Fager 5th. Brandon Shepard 3rd. But Tony Jackson Jr. now goes to the top of the board. Just hot laps 13-2-1-3 for the Lebanon, Missouri. Again, in his 28th season of racing, over 160 career plus wins. Again, he won a $5,000 to win Comp Cam win a year ago. Also won the $12,000 to win MLRA Ron Jenkins Memorial Lucas Oil Speedway race. Tony Jackson Jr., one of the fastest cars right now. 18, the Moequa Missile, Shannon Babb. Rookie of the Year a year ago, 2024 with the Mars Championship Series out of Molalla, Oregon. 15, Justin Duty. 2022 Mars Champion, number 24, flying Ryan Unzicker. In car number 18, that'll be Jacob Sturr. Jacob Sturr in car number 18, rolling down the front straightaway. Again, Jacob, sponsored by Michael Henry Tree, 989 Furniture, 18, number JS. Former champion at Falls, 99, that'll be McKay Winger. The Reaper out of Fairbury, Illinois, the Doug Curlis owned car number 99. Speaking of Thorntons, how about Dylan Thornton, the California kid in 38T, set and ready to go. Another one of our Rookie of the Year contenders, Guy Taylor in GT1, 32, Chris Simpson. Also on the speedway. Jeff Tharp as well onto the speedway in 10T. Again, a year ago, he was 5th in the Malvern Bank Series. Picked up 3 crate wins in 2024. 10T, Jeff Tharp on the speedway as well. Still Tony Jackson Jr. with the best time at 13-2-1-3. Dylan Thornton, the Orcutt, California, 3018, now second, 13-2-2-4. Klein, Shepard, Ferguson, Fager, Simpson, Little, Pearson, McKay Winger now your top 10 in speed. Just hot laps as we continue on with group number 4. The Pink Panther in 4G going to be Bob Gardner, the 49. Out of Winona, Minnesota is Jake Tim. Matt Furman out of Iowa City, Iowa in car number 51. Behind of Matt Furman, that'll be 99 out of Orland Park, Frank Heckenass Jr. Picked up a win here in the great state of Iowa, the Mars Series. How about it for Drake Troutman driving for the GR Smith-owned car 22. Drake Troutman, 3 S's, Brian Shirley, 28. Former World of Outlaw champion Dennis Erb, 19R, the Reaper Ryan Gustin. Final hot lap session, number 4 is green here at Cedar County. So I believe that the final group for hot laps for the Bar Championship Late Model Series. One of the fastest cars out there, the Squirrel, Brian Shirley. Again, what do you win for hot laps? Absolutely nothing. Just let you know if you have a good race car or not. But again, Brian Shirley out of Chatham in his 29th season, 9 wins a year ago. 25 career MAR wins. But the fastest in hot laps, congratulations to Lebanon, Missouri's Tony Jackson Jr., his time at 13.213. Some more hot laps coming up, and then we'll come back with Mars Championship Late Model Qualifying. Again, thank you to Pit Crew Barbecue, $500 Fast Time Award. To Jason, great nights. Here tonight, some more cars rolling onto the Speedway.
America's favorite form of motorsports, IMCA stock cars, making their way out onto the Speedway. Good-looking crop of cars. Tom Cannon out of West Branch, Iowa, going to lead us to the Speedway. Jared Miller in 17M going to be next to step to it. Danny Kessler, the Grasshopper from right here in the big city, the 00. Brandon Vorbeck out of Maquoketa in 78 with a B. Caden Carter out of Oskaloosa, Iowa with a 1X. Speedy Bray, Brayden Carter in the 7B. Denny Richard out of Montello, Wisconsin, the M80. That'll wind down your first crop of hot laps for the stock cars. 18 cars signed into the pit area here tonight. We'll split them up into 2 qualifying heat races. So the stock cars will step out onto the Speedway for their second stanza of hot laps here tonight. Jeff Bodendorfer out of Waterford, Wisconsin, the 95. First car onto the Speedway. Gage Neal out of the big city of Anamosa. Multiple-time winner here at Cedar County. Dallin Murdy, the game changer, with us in 99X. Austin Staley out of Nichols in the .02. Tony Olson out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, the T23. John Oliver Jr. is here out of West Burlington. Dave Watto with us in the 29. Caden Reynolds is here at KR1 Stock Cars. So the stock cars will wrap up their hot lap session here tonight. Modifieds will wrap up our warm-ups. The Hawkeye Land 40 presented by Young's Golf Cars out of Dysart, Iowa. Modified's going to step out onto the Speedway for a quick and slick. Tom Berry Jr. out of Marshalltown, Iowa, the 11X car, the first to the Speedway. Owen Barnhill out of Milton, Florida, the 24 car. TM3, Troy Morris III, the 07 with an X. He's out of Cedar Falls. Joel Rust out of Grundy Center, Iowa, the 26J. Spencer Dirks, the Concrete Kid, out of West Davenport. Kyle Montgomery from right here in the big city in 32K. Caden Carter, the gas man out of Oskaloosa with us, the 10cc. So the detective solves it all. Ethan Broxman behind the wheel of the Boss Man's 12J. Final session of hot laps set to make its way out onto the speedway. Jed Freiberger out of Dubuque, the quick six, going to be the first car to the speedway. Austin Stamm out of Orangeville, Illinois in the 12T. Little Benny Chapman from just up the road in Clarence in the 1 junior car. Sean Niedenstadt in the 0 car out of Nevada. One of Palooza. Jeff Larson, the Bone in the B1. Tim Bader out of Monticello with the 5B. Brad Dirks out of Clarence, the 29, working his way down the back straightaway. That'll wrap up our hot lap session for your IMCA Modifieds. Mike Norris, I know 2 things. Number 1, stock cars rule in the state of Iowa. Number 2, we're going to smash a track record tonight, because I'm not sure we've ever established a super late model track record here.
Well, that sounds great. Thank you very much, Jason. And you know what? We get set and ready to go. 43 of the best in the country are here this weekend for you on a Thursday night. The original Thursday Night Thunder with the Mars Championship Series. Glad to have you along. So again, glad to have you along here in the great state of Iowa. My name is Mike Norris on behalf of the Mars Championship Late Model Series. We are set and ready to go. 43 again of the best. Set ready to do battle tonight. $5,000 on the line. So we get set and ready to go. First two cars set and ready to roll onto the speedway. 96 will be Tanner English. Tanner out of Bend, Kentucky in the Longhorn Chassis. Clements Power, Coleman Farms. MPM Marketing, Sia Motors, Supreme Enterprise. Car number 96 and the 4X. Going to be Dallin Helm. Dallin out of Lahoma, Oklahoma. In the Schwartz car. Pro Power Racing engine under the hood of a Schwartz race car. Shop AngryDuck.com. Shop Angry Duck. Car number 4X of Dallin Helm. So next two cars set and ready to go should be the 43 of Derek Stewart, followed out by the 24 of Ryan Unzicker. Time to beat 13.190. 13.190 going to be the time to beat. First up, Derek Stewart. Derek in a Capital race car, Old Pro Racing engines. Grace Motorsports, Seward & Son, Midwest Frame, Arnold's Motor Supply, and Cedar Town Electric. 43. It'll be Ryan Unzicker out of El Paso in the Longhorn. RJR Transportation Fuel Factories, Low Voltage Solutions, Rimtech Industries, Mosquito Hero, Arkansas Septic Pumping. Car number 24 of Ryan Unzicker. Quick time for Ryan Unzicker, 13.158.13.158. Quick time for Ryan Unzicker. Once again, quick time for Ryan Unzicker. Next on the speedway in 17, that'll be Tim Simpson. Tim Simpson in 17 and Jeff Herzog in 11H. Tim Simpson out of Iowa City, Iowa. In the Longhorn Chassis, Clements Powered, Simpson Motorsports, Adam Builders, Maxwell Auto. Car number 17, actually he's got the Halibel spec motor in the 17. And the 11 of Jeff Herzog. Jeff out of Festus, Missouri, Longhorn Mullins. Dan Altoff Trucking, number 11 of Jeff Herzog. Next car out going to be Rich Bell, Rich at 21B, out by Justin Kai. Rich Bell going to be 5th quick, Justin Kai 6th quick. Rich Bell in that Rocket XR1, Matt Ryan powered. And Justin Kai, the MB Custom Halibel powered Hoker Trucking, 15K. Next two qualifiers, the 10 of Darren Klein and the 26 of Glenn Powell. Should be Austin Howes out of Lewistown, Missouri, followed out by the high side hustler Jason Fager. First up, going to be Austin Howes. Austin, a rocket chassis, Andy Durham race engine. Under his HR Enterprises On Track Fitness and Nutrition, car 17A. He'll be fouled out by the high side hustler, Jason Fager. Jason at a Longhorn, Clements Power, Titan Industries, SC Sales, Outpace Race Products, and Rosser Battery. Car number 25, it's the high side hustler, Jason Fager. So Jason Fager now 6 quick. Fager 6 quick. Austin Howes 11th quick. Next two cars rolling onto the speedway. That'll be Gordy Gundaker in 11G and the 25 of Alan Weiser out of Peoria, Illinois.
Check one, check. Check one, check.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, quick time. Carson Ferguson, 12,892, 12,892. Get you the official Group 1. Sorry, we are having issues here in the infield. 12,892, Carson Ferguson, then Daniel Adam, Ryan Unzicker, Tanner English, and Bobby Pierce rounds out your top 5. Derek Stewart, Darren Klein, Jeff Herzog, Jason Fager, Chad Simpson round out your top 10. So hopefully the microphone keeps working here for you as Group 2 gets set and ready to go. Thank you again, $500 from Pit Crew Barbecue. First car to roll out should be Shannon Babb, followed out by the 2024 Rookie of the Year. That was Justin Duty. But again, Carson Ferguson, one of our fastest cars, the Lincolnton, North Carolina driver. See if we can keep him out here in the infield. See if anybody beats his fastest lap of 12.892. That will be the, I believe, as Jason said, the new track record, 12892. Here we go. First up, Shannon Babb out of Moequa, Illinois, the Longhorn chassis, Vic Hill powered, Petrov Towing, Dynagro Seed, Conley Trucking, and Getty Landscaping, car number 18. Will be followed out by the 15 of Justin Duty. Justin in a Longhorn chassis. Pro Power Racing engine under the hood of his Don Frank Flores, First Class Septic, Robert Speed Company, Jeff Stewart Trucking, and Darren and Mardell Williams, car number 15. Good lap for Shannon Babb, 13,387, 13,387 as he sets the bar here in Group 2. Justin Duty, 13,488. So Shannon Babb, 13,387. Next two cars should be Drake Troutman, the young man from Hindman, Pennsylvania, and Guy Taylor out of Springfield, Illinois, one of our Sunoco Rookie of the Year candidates. First up, Drake Troutman, the Longhorn. Cornet powered, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Victory Circle, Auto Sales, Gambler Transport. Car number 22 star, how about it for Drake Troutman? It'll be Guy Taylor. Guy out of Springfield, Illinois, in the Rocket Chassis Pro Power Racing engine. Under the hood of his Riverton Party Store, Illinois National Bank, All Guy Race Parts, Top Cats Chill and Grill, Troy Page Excavating, HBM Brothers, and Ranch Trucking. Car number GT1 of Guy Taylor. Drake Troutman, quick time at a 13,296, 13,296. Drake Troutman now goes to the top. Steve Schultz scheduled to be out next in 78S, and Luke Pesca in car number 99 out of Robbins, Iowa. First up, going to be Steve Stoltz in that Longhorn chassis, Klein Racing Engines, Dirt Pro Contrast, Alpine Star, 5-Star Services, Klein Engines, King Dyno, Don Aiken Trucking, Outdoor, and more, Factory CS 78. And it's Luke Pesca. Luke Pesca in a Bloomquist race car, Bullock powered, Freedom Financial, Pesca Trucking, and Ollie's Garage, car number 4. Steve Schultz now fifth quick. Luke Pesca, 99, is 6th quick, 14,157. Troutman, Babb, Duty, your top 3 in Group 2 so far. Kurt Schroeder going to roll out next in car number 15C. Schroeder going to be followed out by Brandon Shepard. Shepard, your Illini 100 winner with the World of Outlaw Late Model Series 1 week ago. First, it's going to be Kurt Schroeder. Kurt in a Rocket chassis, Helm Competition Engines, Jet Drain, Iowa Water and Waste Systems, Ball Excavation, car number 15C, and Brandon Shepard. Brandon in a Rocket chassis, Pro Power Racing Engine, Valvoline, Rocket Chassis, Paulson Stassi, American Racing Wheels, and Shepard Auto Sales. Car number B5, quick time. Time at a 13:293.13, 293. Brandon Shepard, quick time in Group 2. 51 going to be Matt Furman, fouled out by Chris Simpson out of Oxford, Iowa. So a couple of Iowa boys set ready to qualify. First, Matt Furman in a Longhorn chassis, Pro Power Racing engines, Lucky Dog Manufacturing, Doc Stanley, and Furman Builders, car number 51. Furman off the bank over at turns 1 and 2. He's fouled out by Chris Simpson. Simpson in a Longhorn chassis, Andy Durham Racing Engines, Hoker Trucking, CJ Trucking, Randy Davidson Trucking, and Hot Rod Septic. Car number 32 at Chris Simpson. Good lap for Chris Simpson. Simpson now 4th. So Simpson 4th. And Matt Furman on his first lap is 6th quick. Shepard, Troutman, Babbs, Simpson, Duty, your top 5. Should be Jeff Tharp all the way from Sherrill, Iowa, and Dylan Thornton out of Orcutt, California. First 10T, Jeff Tharp. In that Rocket XR 1.2 Pro Power Racing engines, Calco Spray Coating, Dottie's Cafe, and Turbine Dodge Dealer of Dubuque. 10T of Jeff Tharp. Fouled out by Dylan Thornton out of Orcutt, California, now in Belle Plaine, Iowa. In a Longhorn chassis, Cornette Racing Engines, Brenda and Ricky Kai, Pete and Mary Van Eiderstein, Peterson Insurance, Kai Farms, Salty's Barbecue, Hoker Trucking, Drake Excavating Aggregates, Pit Crew Barbecue. 38T of Dylan Thornton, now 8th quick. Thornton 8th quick, Jeff Tharp 10th quick. Next up, Jake Little in 38L, fouled out by the 99 out of Orland Park, Frank Heckeness Jr. So Frank Heckeness Jr., there's Jake Little coming back onto the speedway. Jake in that Rocket chassis, Andy Durham Race Engines, Brandt All-American Handyman, Tammy's Treasures, Riggs Fiber, Schultz Collision, and Ebolt sponsor the 38J of Jake Little. And it's Frank Heckeness Jr., Frank out of Frankfort, Illinois, the long.
Cedar.